taking them apart.
It's fun. Delicious.
Okay. I like that. That's good. The spatula.
I'm making these cute.
You're like Sam and Elmo.
I said salmonella.
Oh, I'm eating dough. I like
Stop it. Hey.
Those are not very bad.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It got 17 minutes left.
Okay.
Those are not ready. You know what cooked dough looks like, silly goose?
Alexa, tell me a Christmas joke.
Why is it so hard to buy a gift for a futurist? They never like the present.
Okay, here we go.
Get ready. Get ready. The Savior is coming. Thank you, sir.
out.
He said, ow.
Oh, get lost. I do not trust that.
Commercial.
We're in red.
That's so fantastic.
You are. Come on. Wait. See you later.
I think this candle's gonna fall down. It's making me nervous.
I know.
Merry Christmas, y'all. After a glorious Christmas Eve together in worship, I hope today will be a day of peace and joy for you and yours, resting in the good news that God is with us, that Jesus Christ is born. You know, the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 1 to 14, is one of those passages of Scripture that the church has long looked to, down through the ages, when pondering the power of what God has done at Christmas. I'd like to share that Scripture with you on this Christmas day. It goes like this. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being through him, and without him not one thing came into being. What has come into being in him was life, and the life was the light of all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He himself was not the light, but he came to testify to the light. The true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world came into being through him, yet the world did not know him. He came to what was his own, and his own people did not accept him. But to all who received him, who believed in his name, he gave power to become children of God, who were born not of blood, or of the will of the flesh, or of the will of man, but of God. And the Word became flesh and lived among us. And we have seen his glory, the glory as of a Father's only Son, full of grace and truth. That's really it. And the Word became flesh and lived among us. You know, that really is the heart of it all. Maybe not too outrageous to say that that is the very heart of Christian faith itself. Along with the cross of Good Friday and the empty tomb of Easter morning. Jesus Christ born in a stable and set down to sleep in a manger. Witness to the truth we celebrate today, namely that God is with us. Namely that God is really with us in the flesh. I mean, this is as gritty, as earthy, as real as it gets. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. I like how the old King James says dwelt. Do we get how revolutionary that is on God's part? Do we get what an audacious thing God has done? Do we pause long enough to think how incredible this is? And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. It means God is not holed up somewhere in some secretive place. God is not secluded, far away, distant from His beloved creation. It means God has not left us to wallow and struggle in the messes we have made, in the world we have broken in so many ways, so many times. I mean, God could have chosen to watch, even to love from a distance. But nope. Our God, the God of all creation, the Lord of all, has decided, has acted to get right down here. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Right here with you and me. Back there around my family's dining room table where we lighted the Advent wreath and where we drank hot chocolate and eat cinnamon rolls. God is among us. Where you are. Whether you have a house full or it's just you at this moment. God is there. God is here. God is with us now. God will be with us when we gather for worship again next Sunday on New Year's Day. Yes, we will have all of our regular services on New Year's Day. But today we ponder the glory of these words. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Merry Christmas.
Hello? It's Sunday, right? Hello?
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
You want me to say 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, that'd be good. Thanks, Brian.
God bless you, Franklin First UMC family. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from the 415 youth staff.
Looks like we're married.
I mean, it's given off a little of that.
Merry Christmas! And happy birthday, Jesus!
We hope you have the best Christmas ever.
3, 2, 1.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, we're not ready?
Merry Christmas from the chancel choir.
3.
Merry Christmas.
I spat a little. Try it again.
Merry Christmas from the worship team.
1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, good. All right.